Never forget 覚えとけ忘れるなあれこれそれ大切なのどれ
Alright, we got episode 9 of the Time Chamber, and today we're talking one specific anime, an anime that, in the beginning got a lot of bad rap for it, but, 20 episodes in, people, thinking emoji. It caught the attention a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And now, people talking about it, they're glad that it's in Jump Force and all that stuff, and that anime I'm talking about is Black Clover. Now, before we get all up into it, I'm going to let Malcolm give you a little summary about the show, for those who never watched it or want to get into the show, such as Black Clover. Go ahead, Malcolm.
Alright, so Black Clover is about two orphans that were born into this world where everyone has magical abilities. But one of the orphans, he was born with no magical abilities, and that was like unknown in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And so this kid, he moves on into one to become a Wizard King, which sounds like profound by everybody because they're like, how you gonna be Wizard King? You ain't got no magical abilities. You know what I mean? And this guy, he works hard. He gets his body in peak shape past the normal abilities of a regular human. He's always pushing forward. Even every time life brings him down, he just keeps pushing forward.
Mm-hmm.
He keeps improving himself to prove to others that you don't need powers. His power is his own. And as he goes through, he gets a magical book. But it's not a normal spell book. Mm-hmm. It's basically anti-magic. Yeah.
All right, so thank you for... Oh, my fault. I didn't know you was done. Go ahead.
No, you good.
No, you sure, bro?
No, all I was going to say is you going to get into him getting into the whole magical nights and everything.
Yeah.
And where they were standing and where they are now.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you do that.
Yeah, what's called? Well, basically, first of all, thank you for that, Malk. Yeah, Black Clover is like one of those shows, kind of got to build up just like My Hero Academia. It focuses on one character that is like the oddball of the group. My Hero Academia. Everybody got hero powers. Everybody got a quirk. Midoriya doesn't. In this show, everybody has a mana. Everybody has magic. The main character, Asta, he does not. Now, we're not going to only talk about Asta today. We're going to talk about the Black Bulls as a whole. That's the guild that he belongs to, which... When we started the show, they had negative stars, which stars is when you do like a deed, you go on journeys and all that stuff, you get rewards for it, you get acknowledged by the kings. But the Black Bulls was the group that was doing the worst out of everybody else, and they were just getting disrespected. Like, anytime you seen the Black Bulls, man, people wanted to walk away, go in a different direction. They did not want to F with them. But we're going to talk about...
Soldier Boy.
Facts, they did a Soldier Boy.
Black
Bulls? For real, that's exactly how they did it. But what we're going to talk about is how... 70 episodes ago, they went from the worst guild till this past episode, we seen that when the king acknowledged, like, the groups, like, who's the top and who's the worst, they're now the number 2 guild across the land. So it shows that how they struggled, they went through adversity, people did not even want to, like, acknowledge them. And the funny thing is, even when they became the number 2 guild, people still didn't want to acknowledge them until everybody defended them, you know what I'm saying? People from under the sea, they was like, look, they protect me all the time. Like, everybody was trying to defend them at that point. So why is this so significant? How 70 episodes ago, they was the worst guild to now being the number 2 guild across the nation?
Well, I see it as significant because, like, I see it as this. Like, if you're at the bottom, there's nowhere you can go but up. You feel me? That's where you can go. Like, there's no going below that. You're shooting up for the stars from there. And the thing I did like was that when people were like, oh, they probably took shortcuts. They probably threatened to get that position. Mm-hmm. But they don't know what they were doing behind closed doors. Just because these other guilds, they were publicizing what they were doing. You know what I mean?
Facts.
It doesn't mean that they accomplished more. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? The Black Bulls did what they had to do for the people, and they didn't ask for the acknowledgement.
No, not
they
at
just
all.
did it. They just did it because they knew it was the right thing to do. Mm-hmm. And they knew that this would benefit their kingdom. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And a lot of people, they don't ever recognize that. They never see these people in the background that's doing a lot more. You know what I mean? And they never really get the recognition. Wait, give me a sec.
Definitely. Yeah, while we wait for Malcolm right now, and I'll basically tell you guys what he was talking about. Like, the Black Bulls, like, the whole time, they started off as a guild. Like, nobody wanted to acknowledge them. They thought they was the worst guild, the scum of the earth. And then when they started to pick up in the race, like even before it was announced, Finroll, he was talking to one girl. He's one of the clowns in the show that he's like a ladies' man. He's like Brock. He's like Sanji. He's trying to pick up this one girl, and she just she didn't even look at him. He's a handsome guy, and stuff. But she didn't even look at him. What she looked at, honestly, well, I'm just getting a little breakdown till you came back. Like the girl that Finroll was trying to holler at, like she ain't even look at his facial features. What she looked at was his Black Bulls clothing, and she was like, you know what? Do not talk to me. And 5 seconds after she said that is when the king said, and the number 2 guild of the nation is the Black Bulls. So let's go. You can continue. I'll just give them a little synopsis. Yeah. Oh, wait. Your sound, bro. Can't hear you right now.
All right, there we go.
All right, you good. All right, you good to go.
I had it on mute. I had no idea.
No worries. You good.
But, so now people were doubting Asta as he was selected as the main candidate of the people that accomplished a lot for the guild. You know what I mean? And they're like, what was he doing? What is these 2 youngsters doing? And they found out what they were from a poor background and just immediately took away their accomplishments. Facts. You know what I mean? They're like these guys, they're poor. They're lower than poor. Like, there's no way they accomplished this.
Exactly.
And then, my boy, he's like, I bet. Now he took out the spell, he throws it, and Asta disperses it, and it's a high rank spell that nobody would think Asta could deflect. Exactly. You know what I mean? And even Asta's like, "Oh, you trying to kill me or something? Like, are you for real right now?"
Facts.
Yeah, and it's a big thing. Like, you see their growth from that. Like, you remember when they used to be fighting normally? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like, yo, I'm gonna be the Wizard King. No, I'm gonna be the Wizard King. But now you're seeing the stepping stones to them getting to that level where they want to be, so they can be a candidate to be the Wizard King. You know what I mean? And nobody thought they would have made it this far.
Not at all.
What I mean? And I always appreciate seeing people that are like not recognized. They're down there. And they actually make it up. You know what I mean? And people, they have to acknowledge them because the accomplishments that they do, yeah, you get what I mean? And another thing, I realized was that you remember with the king, the king?
Yeah.
When he pops up and he's like, oh, guys, no, acknowledge me. I'm the king. I'm the king. Everybody's like,
they could have added Drake in there. They should have added anime Drake. I mean, anime Soldier Boy to be like.
they're like, who is this guy? He don't do nothing for the kingdom. You know what I mean? But yet he has this name. That's the thing. It has fame versus acknowledgement. It's right there. You know what I mean? He's like, you supposed to bow to me. I will execute right now, like both of y'all.
Facts, bro. But that leads me to my next one though. Like branching off what you were saying, like what we try to do here on the Time Chamber, basically, like we talk about anime and all stuff, but what we really want a lot of people to get away from this is how anime can inspire you, like towards the goals in real life. So, is this story of how the Black Bulls started from the bottom and now, basically, is this an inspiration in its own? Like, can someone in the real world relate to this story? And if so, how could they use this story?
I think a lot of people relate to this. A lot of people, they first come out of college, they want to start a business. And they have all these Fortune 500 businesses out here, you know what I mean? That can be quite discouraging, you know what I mean? But watching and seeing this, like, it's an inspiration to you to say that you're at the bottom right now, but you could definitely end up in high places based on what you do and how you help people and the actions that you take to help the people around you. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
And I feel like a lot of people can say, whether it's for sports, you know what I mean? When you first go into the NFL or the NBA, you have to prove yourself, right?
Exactly.
People are like, if you're a bust until proven worthy. You get what I mean?
Exactly.
And that's the thing that I feel like will really drive and push people. Like, what do you think?
For me, like, I feel like it's like inspiration on its own, and I like talk about last time in the one episode we had. I was talking about how yeah, I succeeded in sports and all that stuff, but it wasn't always that way originally. I started off as a guy that had to live up to his brother's hype, and then from there, that's when I decided I got to be my own guy. And then that's when I was kind of doing the same thing I was doing. Not giving up was my measure. I didn't have like the athletic ability. I had to turn myself into having that athletic ability. I didn't always start off at the top where I am. I had to work for that. And like, even give an example, like, you know, we just started off with the time chamber and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Every single group, like, they're gonna start off small at first, but if you put the time, you put the effort in, like, can be a group that can be like, you know, one of the top ones in the beginning. I mean, top ones towards the end of the road. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like with Black Clover, man, is an inspiration on his own to start how everybody, like, you gotta start off at the bottom. Like, you got to start off somewhere. Like, not everybody going to start at the top. Sometimes you can be inherited and start off, like, at the top. Kind of like, you know, the King and Black Clover and stuff. Want to get acknowledgement and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But there'll come a time that, what's it called? You just work your way up. You know what I'm saying? Iron sharpens iron. You find your way to the top sooner or later. But I know we're running out a little bit of time. But before we get into that, like, we got a little bit of time. Like, how you feel about the upcoming tournament? Like, what are you looking forward to seeing?
Whew. I'm looking forward to Asta harnessing that power, because he was like, I gotta learn how to improve my abilities with my power. Like he has it. He knows he has that power, but now he wants to master it, and I want to see him master it. And I'm pretty sure he's gonna be using that in that tournament.
Definitely,
he has to.
True.
Yeah, like, I know he want to show off, because I would want to show off if I got a power like that. You feel me?
Bro.
You don't know, but he got something coming for him. Like, he don't know yet.
Hit you with that, you know. Sorry, no.
I'm telling you, yo. But I hope to see, like, his family members, now that they established this thing where everybody should work together in harmony, whether you're poor, whether you're rich, whether you're royalty, you get what I mean? Like, now that they incorporated this, you know, and at least, like, the families, like, heard this from the Black Bulls. They're like, yo, maybe we can accept him. I want to see, like, his family, like, his and Yuno's family show up.
Definitely.
Be there to support, like, Sister Lily and them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really looking forward to it also, because I want to see how Yuno grew, because we saw a lot of Asta action, but we didn't get to see how the full extent to how Yuno grew as well. Yeah. And you know he's probably been doing his own thing working, you know?
Fact.
And I also want to know if there might be a little bit of like captain action in there, you know, like, because, you know, like Captain, like, Yami and the what's the guy's name with the little blades out of his arm?
Which one is that?
He's a part of the Mantis.
Not the Ripper. Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, Jack the Ripper. Yeah. Yo, when I saw that fight was about to happen, I was like, yo, this is about to go crazy.
For real, bro. It's about to start bugging out here.
Yeah, but I really want to look forward to the type of fights that's gonna happen. I want to see the more diverse people in the group, because, like, I feel like we didn't get to see a lot of people yet. We got to see their faces, but we didn't get to see their abilities. Yeah. I want to see that on full display. I want to see some more Black Bulls get some action in the tournament as well. Facts.
And I'll make it quick. I won't elaborate unless, like, if you guys got questions in the comments, then we'll elaborate then. What I want to see is, like, I want to see Finral's brother and Asta get right, because I don't like that little guy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't like the way he did his brother like that. You know what I'm saying?
Disrespectful, man. That shit's older brother too at that, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, respect on his name.
Facts, bro. And also, I want to see Noelle overcome, like, her brothers and sisters. Like, now we know that it was kind of a birth defect, that the reason why Noelle's mom died and stuff, but they're still blaming Noelle on that stuff, like blaming the little baby for all that stuff. And I like how, you know, Lady Fueglion, we know the one that's taking over for the one group, while the guy, you know, what happened later on, like how can I say this? Basically, he got hurt and stuff. I don't know. He's still out of commission and shit. And I just want to see how Noelle's going to, like, overcome them. You know what I'm saying? Because she's rising up the ranks, and they're going to constantly bring her down no matter what. Until, to them, she got to prove herself. And I also want to see, I need to see the Black Bulls rise to stardom. Because, yeah, they're number 2, but, you know, it's going to be a damn party. Because right now, the best way to put this, right now, they the Rams in the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? They came there, but they ain't win. But when they get that number 1 spot, bro, that's what I want to see. You know what I'm saying? I want to see how people going to react then. Are they going to say they still cheating or stuff? Or are they going to finally acknowledge them for what they are? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But other than that, that's all we got for this episode. If you guys never watched Black Clover, you should give it a try. It's kind of got the same notion to fairy tale. It's a real good show, and it's really inspirational. If you're looking for something that you can be inspired by, like, just check that show out. And don't forget to follow our page and all that good stuff. Hit the bell icon. Thanks again for watching The Time Chamber, and have a good one. I'm just going to stop.
Never forget. Obo e toke. 忘れるな。あれこれそれ大切 なのどれいらないもの捨てちゃおういるものだけありゃ幸せなのかもしれないだろうありがとう